everyone, this is our DRM1113 engineering drawing and CAD project multifunctional drone by Jing Xue and Nurain Zahraa. This drone is created using SolidWorks. In this drone, there are 14 parts. The design of this drone is inspired by the internet references. Each part are done by using various techniques.
So first is the drone part 1, the spider base. So in this part, we'll first sketch, and then during sketching, for all these corners we will use chamfering to make sure it looks like this. And then there are these two parts over here, this one and this one. Both of these we use the fillet to cut this around the edges, and then for this one we cut just a rectangular shape and then cut through all. And then for the part 2, which is the spider top, so for the spider top, we have these 4 circles here. We just repeat the same thing in part 1, but for these 4 circles here, we can use the circular sketch pattern, so we don't have to repeatedly do the same thing, and we can use it by reference to axis 1. For this one, we just extruded cut, but not through all. And here's chamfering. And then for part 3, the spacer, we just extruded base, this circular shape. And in part 4, we have the distribution board. So first we sketch this square and extruded boss it, and then we cut the 4 holes. And for this one, we will use the offset entities to cut out this shape, like so, and then fillet all this part. And then these 3 circles, we just extruded cut through all to get this. And then for part 5, the spider arm. So for the spider arm, the same thing, we just sketch on the top plane and then cut all these circles, and then we just sketch on this part all these triangles and then fillet all the corners. And then we also extruded cut this part over here, just cut like a triangle, sketch like a triangle and then extruded cut it, and then we chamfer this part. And we also cut here, and we have these 2 holes, so later in the assembly drone used to place in screws. And then for part 6, the spinner, also very straightforward. We just sketch and then extruded base it and extruded cut through all these 4 circles. And then for the electrical component, just first we do this black color part first, extruded base it, fillet all the parts, and then we have 3 cylindrical shapes over here, just extrude the base. Same goes with this part, except there's a rectangular part over here. Now for part 8, we have the piler. So for this part, just extrude the base, and then for this one, we can use the fillet or chamfer until we get this shape. And here we just extrude cut it. And for part 9, the fan. So here we extrude base this circular part, and then extrude cut this middle section through all. And for the fan, we sketch like this on this part here with all these parameters by using smart dimension. And then for part 10, the motor. So for the motor, we first sketch and extrude base it, and then for these patterns, we can easily achieve that by using a circular sketch pattern or the over here circular pattern. So we don't have to repeatedly do the same thing over and over. And then for the battery is very easy. Just sketch a rectangle and then extrude base it and fillet all the sides here, like so. And then for the part 12 electrical unit, first we do a single part first, and then we can repeat all these parts and combine them together, so we don't have to do all it at once. Same goes with electrical unit 2, just do the same thing, don't have to do it repeatedly, just use the combine method, so we can combine all together to become one part. And then for assembly 1, we assemble the area electrical units onto this, and then assembly part 2. We can assemble all the parts of the drone together, and there will be a need to use some screws, or that can be found here in the toolbox. We can add in now and add all the tools that we need using this one. Okay.
There are many challenges that we face during this project, which is assembly needs to be precise, the drawing parameters has to be right, and the tools that we use has to be the perfect size for some parts during the assembly. In conclusion, the result met our expectation as it turned out really good. We learned many new things and techniques included in the SolidWorks software.